Believe you can and you're halfway there. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Nobody cares how much you know, until they know how much you care. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing, the next best thing is the wrong thing, and the worst thing you can do is nothing. Far better is it to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy nor suffer much, because they live in a gray twilight that knows not victory nor defeat. Far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. No man is above the law, and no man is below it, nor do we ask any man's permission when we ask him to obey it. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. The only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. It is only through labor and painful effort, by grim energy and resolute courage, that we move on to better things. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. Never throughout history has a man who lived a life of ease left a name worth remembering. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. People ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader leads, and the boss drives. When you are asked if you can do a job, tell him, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it. Old age is like everything else. To make a success of it, you've got to start young. A man who has never gone to school may steal from a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. A vote is like a rifle, its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. The things that will destroy America are prosperity at any price, peace at any price, safety first instead of duty first, the love of soft living, and the get-rich-quick theory of life. Get action. Seize the moment. Man was never intended to become an oyster. The boy who is going to make a great man must not make up his mind merely to overcome 1,000 obstacles, but to win in spite of 1,000 repulses and defeats. Great thoughts speak only to the thoughtful mind, but great actions speak to all mankind. The best executive is one who has sense enough to pick good people to do what he wants done, and self-restraint enough to keep from meddling with them while they do it. The unforgivable crime is soft hitting. Do not hit at all if it can be avoided, but never hit softly. The man who loves other countries as much as his own stands on a level with the man who loves other women as much as he loves his own wife. The only time you really live fully is from 30 to 60. The young are slaves to dreams, the old servants of regrets. Only the middle-aged have all their 5 senses in the keeping of their wits. Courtesy is as much a mark of a gentleman as courage. If there is not the war, you don't get the great general. If there is not a great occasion, you don't get a great statesman. If Lincoln had lived in a time of peace, no one would have known his name. I took the Canal Zone and let Congress debate, and while the debate goes on, the canal does also. Order without liberty and liberty without order are equally destructive. It behooves every man to remember that the work of the critic is of altogether secondary importance, and that, in the end, progress is accomplished by the man who does things. When they call the roll in the Senate, the senators do not know whether to answer present or not guilty. The reactionary is always willing to take a progressive attitude on any issue that is dead.